Star Alex Eala takes center stage at the BNP Paribas Tennis Paradise in Indian Wells. And of course, Filipino fans turn out in full force to cheer her on.
Of course, I'm very grateful for all the support that's been coming my way. And it's really heartwarming to see that they really, they make the effort and they take the time to come out and to support, and it makes the experience for the player totally different.
In a historic and unprecedented moment, Alex Eala has shattered records and stunned the tennis world with her very first match at the 2026 Indian Wells, where ticket demand reached extraordinary levels and prices soared to unimaginable heights, resulting in an astounding $5 million in sales from a single match. A feat not only remarkable for the young Filipino tennis prodigy, but also a landmark moment in the legacy of the Indian Wells tournament, as her match against Diana Yastasta set a new benchmark for the sport with prices hitting unprecedented peaks, while fans swarmed the ticketing website, overwhelming the system in their rush to witness Eala's debut on the grand stage, and the excitement surrounding her meteoric rise had been building over recent months, yet what unfolded at Indian Wells truly captured global attention. From the announcement of her match, the anticipation was electric. And when tickets went live, it became clear that this was far more than an ordinary round. It was the match everyone had been eagerly awaiting, and even though it was only the first round, prices skyrocketed as fans worldwide raced to secure seats for what promised to be the biggest spectacle in the tournament's history, forever changing Indian Wells, one of tennis's most prestigious events, as it's rare for a single match to generate $5 million in ticket revenue. But Eala's magnetic appeal drew not just Filipino supporters. The entire world seemed compelled to attend, with people from every corner of the globe determined to witness her play at any cost, creating an atmosphere charged with energy, excitement, and anticipation, leaving even the tournament organizers astonished by the unprecedented turnout and scrambling to manage the massive crowds. And this phenomenon is only the beginning of what analysts are calling the Eala effect, a transformative force that has shaken the tennis world, impacting everything from ticket sales to fan engagement, proving her star power is undeniable, and the numbers speak for themselves. As with $5 million in revenue from a single match, Alex Eala's debut at Indian Wells is a story destined to be remembered for years. Yet this isn't solely about money, it's about a shifting landscape in women's tennis, with Eala emerging as a formidable force whose popularity has far exceeded expectations, signaling to the tennis world that she is here to stay, her rise built not on hype but on tangible results, as fans flock to watch her across tournaments globally, making Indian Wells the latest stage captivated by her allure. From the Australian Open to Miami, Dubai, and now Indian Wells, Eala continues to draw the largest crowds, and her presence has sparked not just attention but a movement, enticing even casual spectators to rush for tickets at the mere mention of her name. As top WTA player Jessica Pegula recently recounted her experience facing Eala at the Miami Open, describing the match as a completely unprecedented experience where the stadium energy and fan intensity were beyond anything she had ever witnessed, noting that no matter where Eala competes, whether it's the Australian Open, Miami, or Dubai, fans arrive in droves not just to watch, but to immerse themselves in every moment of her matches.
Week after week, as she, has done well and established herself as a really good player on tour, they all come out to support her. And so I think we saw that in Australia when it was kind of overcrowded. They put her on too small of a court. We saw it here. You can hear it from the hotel. You can hear the crowd roaring, especially at night. So it's
Eala's ability to attract massive crowds is a clear reflection of the strong bond she shares with her fans, as her popularity continues to grow by the day, and she has undeniably become a phenomenon unlike anything the sport has seen, with supporters willing to go to extraordinary lengths to watch her play, standing in long lines, spending hours trying to secure tickets, and even waiting outside stadiums just to soak in the electric atmosphere, a level of devotion that is rare and speaks volumes about the profound impact Eala is having on the tennis world. And it's not only the fans who are taking notice, as even the biggest names in the sport have recognized her meteoric rise, with Novak Djokovic, one of tennis's all-time legends, recently praising Eala as the greatest player the Philippines has ever produced, words that carry immense authority. And when Djokovic speaks, the tennis world pays attention. His commendation of Eala's skill and her remarkable fan appeal further cements her status as one of the most thrilling and marketable players on the tour today.
Alex Eala, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's big interest.
At the Australian Open earlier this year, fans lined up outside the stadium hoping for even a glimpse of Eala in action, with queues stretching endlessly and many unable to get inside. Yet it didn't matter, as those who couldn't secure tickets stayed outside, soaking in the electric atmosphere, feeling the energy of the crowd, and cherishing the rare experience of witnessing something truly extraordinary. A testament to the kind of influence Eala wields over her supporters. And as the 2026 Indian Wells tournament continues, it's evident that her popularity is only set to soar, with a staggering $5 million in ticket sales for her debut match serving as just a glimpse of what's ahead, as each tournament further cements Eala not merely as a top-level tennis player but as a global icon whose presence reaches far beyond the courts. With unmatched support that has forced the tennis world to acknowledge her extraordinary impact, as the record-breaking ticket prices and unprecedented revenue generated from her Indian Wells debut clearly demonstrate the power this young star commands. Her appeal unmatched and the demand for her matches destined only to grow, Eala is more than a rising star. She is a force of nature in women's tennis, and as the world continues to watch in awe, one truth remains certain: Alex Eala is here to stay, her influence undeniable. Her records just the beginning of what promises to be a long, historic career. The world has spoken and the message is clear. Eala represents the future of tennis, raising questions for fans everywhere. Have you ever seen a player ignite this level of excitement and demand before? How do you feel about the soaring ticket prices for a chance to witness such a historic moment? Are you amazed by the immense support she's garnered not just from Filipino fans but from tennis enthusiasts worldwide? Could Eala become the definitive face of women's tennis? Or might other players rise to challenge her spotlight? And ultimately, what's your take on the Eala effect and the way it's transforming the game forever?